Today we are at the Hotel Shani with a view of Vienna, in the 16th district, and we have a special guest, who has dedicated herself to animal welfare. What's the name of your organization?
Rositsa's Furry Friends.
However, your animal welfare work is not in Austria but in Bulgaria.
Exactly. We run an international animal protection association in Bulgaria, helping the poorest of the poor.
Bulgaria is an EU country, so the EU's animal welfare laws should apply there, but that's not the case, right?
No. The laws exist, but they are not enforced. Mandatory neutering, feeding requirements, and leash laws for dogs are ignored.
You're not an organization that just brings large numbers of animals to Austria, but rather, the animals should stay where they are if possible, but to break the terrible cycle of animal suffering, you advocate for neutering.
Exactly. It's a vicious cycle that can only be broken through neutering.
How exactly does the neutering process work there?
The animals usually gather at trash sites or parks. That's when we begin our neutering campaigns.
Puppy. Oh.
These are all girls for castration. Ням-ням. This one I castrated. The others I want to castrate.
Maria sagt gerade, wir müssen dann auch kastrieren. Das sind 5 Katzen. Das bedeutet, bitte, 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 spendet fürs Kastrationsprojekt, sonst haben wir im Sommer wieder 10.000 Katzen.
There are many kind-hearted people who help privately on-site. Our team networks, captures them, and takes them to the animal clinic for neutering.
You've negotiated a good price there. Neutering isn't usually cheap, even in Bulgaria, so you found someone who cares about the animals.
Yes. You need a compassionate vet, someone who empathizes. We found a wonderful one. He charges €30 for a female and €20 for a male animal.
What happens after the neutering?
The animals stay for 24 hours under observation and are then returned to where they were found. It's important that they go back to their familiar surroundings and don't run panic-stricken into traffic. It needs to be done so that the animal has a good life expectancy afterward.
Surely, there are animals that aren't so healthy, where you worry they won't survive, or maybe there are injured animals. What happens then?
Animals that wouldn't survive on the streets without us go to our foster homes, where they are nursed back to health.
Wir haben gerade Essenszeit. Charlie. Hello, puppy.
Und dort werden es dann halt eben wieder aufgepäppelt und diese Tiere werden dann halt in Zukunft dann auch vermittelt.
Das heißt, ihr habt vor Ort.
So you have foster homes there.
Exactly.
Jetzt, wir haben Fotos gesehen von Tieren.
We've seen photos of animals that are just shocking. It's unbelievable what people can do to animals. But that's quite common there, isn't it?
Aber das ist dort sehr häufig, oder?
Ja, leider. Also daher ist auch menschlich gesehen die Zukunftsperspektiven halt nicht so gut sind wie in
Yes, unfortunately. Since the prospects for people there aren't as good as in Austria, Germany, or Switzerland, people, especially young people, come up with terrible ideas. That's how animal cruelty happens. We try to improve things through education.
Und durch Aufklärung versuchen wir halt dann vor Ort dann halt die Situation dann aufzubessern.
The editorial team has received horrific images of animals that have been tortured to death or disfigured. We've decided not to publish these images, as they could be traumatizing for some people.
In long conversations, we explain how important neutering is.
Without neutering, this problem will never be solved.
No. It's a vicious cycle. That's the root of the problem.
If all the animals were brought to Austria, at some point it would become overwhelming.
Rehoming is not the solution.
Kastrieren ist die Lösung. Mit Kastration kann man das Leid dann halt eben auch eindämmen und die ganzen Babys.
Neutering is the only solution. All the babies that are drowned, poisoned, strangled, buried alive, there are many ways to end a life. This would also be reduced with neutering. But for that to happen, multiple organizations need to come together and start neutering.
Da müsste jetzt immer mal ein Ansatz sein, dass da mehrere Vereine eben anfangen zum Kastrieren.
Your organization doesn't receive any government funding. You rely on donations.
Exactly. We are a private animal welfare organization.
So you don't have a bloated administrative apparatus. All the money goes directly to the animals.
Genau. Wir tun 1:1 halt eben zeigen.
Yes, we are transparent on Facebook and Instagram, showing how we work. That's where we find donors who enable what we do.
Durch diese Spenden können wir das tun, was wir eben tun.
Jetzt, ich meine, ich sage immer, Gesellschaft definiert sich immer so, wie es den.
I always say, a society is defined by how it treats animals. There's still a lot to be done. How did you come up with the idea to do something like this?
Das ist ja nicht etwas, wo ich mir einfach unterwehre und sage, so, ich wäre jetzt Tierschützerin.
Nein, das war eigentlich alles Zufall.
It was all by chance. My cat Luna died. By coincidence, I saw a cat in Bulgaria online through an adoption post. I went to pick her up myself, and that's how I met Rositsa. That's why the animal protection organization is called Rositsa's Furry Friends.
I imagine that animal protection organizations in Bulgaria aren't very common.
There are a few, but they're not focused on neutering, more on collecting and rehoming. So the problem isn't being tackled at the root. We need a lot more organizations working on neutering.
Also es braucht viel mehr Tierschutzvereine, die was da halt wirklich Kastrationsprojekte ansetzen.
Das heißt, genau das, was ihr macht, ist etwas, was, wo dann auch manche Leute, die sagen, naja, ich will das nicht, weil wir haben genug.
Some people say they don't want to support this, because there are enough sick and stray animals in Austria, but you're addressing this by working on site. If animals come to Austria, it's because they need care.
Und wenn, dann sind es wirklich kranke Tiere, oder Tiere, die Pflege brauchen oder einfach eine Betreuung brauchen.
Genau. Meistens sind halt auch viele mutterlose Kitten dabei, weil die Mama halt vom Auto angefahren wird.
There are also many orphaned kittens, as their mothers were hit by cars or died from animal cruelty. These animals can't be returned to the streets. They would die. So we take in orphaned animals as well as the injured ones.
Die mutterlosen Kitten auf jeden Fall auch mit ins Programm nehmen, genauso aber auch wie die angefahrenen und gequälten Tiere.
Verstehe. Also finde ich eine sehr tolle Lösung, vor allem eine sehr tolle Sache.
I see. It's wonderful that you're helping on site. If I want to help, how can I do that?
Jetzt, wenn ich helfen will, wie kann ich helfen?
Da gibt es viele Möglichkeiten. Man kann uns halt normal durch die normale Spende helfen. Aber was auch ganz wichtig ist,
There are many ways to help.
Okay.
You can donate money, but there's also the option of teaming. Teaming is a platform where you can donate €1 per month. With this €1, you can cover the cost of a neutering every year. If 800 people sign up, we would have €800 a month. This money is used for neutering. The more people join, the more we can achieve.
Das ist natürlich der Hammer, das Team. Umso mehr Leute da mitmachen, umso mehr kann man bewirken.
Und umso schneller kann man dieses Problem.
This is how you can tackle the problem. How many animals have already been neutered?
Wie viele Tiere wurden schon kastriert?
Wir haben jetzt schon ca. 836 Tiere.
We have already neutered 836 animals and hope that many more will follow and that lots of people sign up for teaming.
What exactly is that?
Teaming ist eine Plattform, wo man €1 im Monat spenden kann. Und da macht die Masse.
Verstehe.
Teaming is a platform where you can sign up easily. The more people participate, the more money we have for our neutering project. If we reach 1,000 members, we can do quite a lot.
Oder vielleicht sogar 1,000 Teamer kommen, haben wir im Monat €1,000 zur Verfügung, eben
da geht sich ein bisschen was aus.
Ja, genau. Da kann man dann schon einige kastrieren.
But you can also donate normally.
Natürlich, das geht auch. Auf normalem Weg.
Of course, that's also possible. We have a club account, and you can donate via PayPal. There are several options. We also appreciate donations of goods or sponsorships.
Genau, zum Beispiel. Also es gibt mehrere Möglichkeiten.
Wonderful. TV1 will participate. We will donate €21 per month. That should make a difference.
Great, thanks. Yes, it will.
Ja, auf jeden Fall.
Ich muss sagen, eine tolle Sache. Vor allem, ich finde, der Weg ist der gute.
This is a fantastic initiative. The approach is excellent. You're not just removing the animals, but you're trying to help on site and change the situation.
Ihr versucht wirklich vor Ort zu helfen, vor Ort die Situation zu entschärfen. Sagen wir mal entschärfen.
Education is very important. We need to let people know that there is another solution.
Und wenn es nicht anders geht, dann kann man sich eines dieser armen Tierchen
And if it can't be helped, you take care of the poor animals. We will talk again and address another topic. It was a pleasure, even though it feels strange to say that given the difficult subject, but I enjoyed our conversation.
I enjoyed it as well.
Danke.
Danke.
TV21, wo News, Wirtschaft, Gesellschaft und Kultur aufeinandertreffen.